A lot of our dogs on display in our yard dog competitions are dogs that it's not just they work on a farm, and also they need to be pliable and strong enough to be able to accept the pressure that's put on them by trialling. If dogs aren't quite suited to trialling, then they may be suited to other areas like different types of farm work, working on trucks or things like that. Generally there's different dogs for different sorts of jobs. A trial dog is a dog that'll work off its sheep, and it'll take commands really well. It's always listening for commands, because when we do a trial, the competitors start off with 100 points, and the judges specify where they want the sheep to go and how they want the sheep to be drafted and things like that. And the dog needs to be able to focus solely on the competitor that's controlling that dog. If a dog doesn't take control, and usually also comes down to breeding as well, it's difficult to compete and be competitive within trialling. The trialling also offers an opportunity for people to travel around, and it's like any other sport, and it's relatively cheap sort of sport. They can travel around to different areas, travel all over the state. Last year we held the Victorian Championships at Bairnsdale, where this year we're lucky enough to be privileged enough actually to be set on a stage in front of people at the East Gippsland Field Days. Not only during the trial, we try to make it entertaining for the public. They can sit on the seats around, and they can eat their lunch, and they can look at the dogs work, and then we can also explain to them what it takes to get a dog to this level, and where the competitors are losing points and what the dog's doing wrong as well. We're not just putting on we're not just a competition. We also try to put on a show to the public, but with the generosity of farmers that donate the sheep to us, and also we've got a lot of people then it'll help that work on the outside, like we've got timekeepers and people writing down the scores, and we've got people out that then put the sheep onto the ground for the competitors. Without all these extra outside influences, it's difficult to run a trial. The winner of our Victorian Championship was Gary Sharrock, who's a Victorian. Second was Neil Lynch, who comes from Coombe, New South Wales, so we're getting a little bit of support from the New South Wales people. Damien Clifford is our second Victorian representative. Our representatives will now go to New South Wales for the Australian Championship and represent us.
We had a really good weekend at the East Gippsland Field Days Victorian Yard Dog Championship, where we saw competitors come from all over the state of Victoria and New South Wales to compete for the prize. We had a very high level of competition and some quite tough sheep that had to be nursed around, but also you had to get them moving at times too, so they were a really good test. The great thing about yard dog trialling is that you've got three different elements. You've got the handler, you've got the sheep, and you've got the dog, and so you've got all these different minds with different agendas, and so it's very important that we work with the dog's instinct, and the dog works with us. So you'll see the better dogs all have a great understanding of their of what's required and the job at hand. And likewise, we're trying to get the minds of the sheep right. A lot of people think sheep are dumb, but they're not. We're trying to get them in the right frame of mind so that they're relaxed and looking to go the way we'd like them to go, rather than panicked or worried.
Help, here, right up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get away. Get up. Get up. Get up. Help, come here. Help, come here. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in.